glue. He really was. He kept the team together. He kept the fans interested in the organization, even when uh, games weren't being won, not a lot of them, but fans knew they were patient. They were patient, and they were on their way to becoming what we know now as Jazz Nation.
When you're thinking of some of those stories, the first words out of his mouth were a joke. I mean, that has got to be quintessential Coach Layton, right? Um, but what? Do you have another favorite story or a couple of stories that stick out in your mind as maybe some of your favorite moments with him?
Well, I think sometimes that's the first place people go when they talk about Frank. Oh, he was hilarious. He was funny. He was entertaining. But we got to see every side of Frank. We got to see his serious side, the business side, when it was time to get down to business and win some games. You can't do that. You can't make the playoffs in 83, 84 on jokes and entertainment. You got to have a guy who understands each player, knows how to put them in the right position, get the most out of them, and try, to have a relationship with them. It's very unusual to be close to your coach, and it wasn't everyone, but Frank made it work. He made it work. And the thing he really instilled in me, I know, and I know a lot of other players. I remember a time we were in LA and we had just gotten beat by the Lakers badly. And we were on the bus, and the bus was so quiet after a loss. We didn't have headphones over our ears or anything back in the day. Frank got up from the front of the bus and he came right to the middle of the bus and he said, "Hey guys, look over there." That's my best imitation of Frank Layden. And so we looked out of the left side of our window, and there was a whole row of homeless people. And we looked back at Frank, and he said, "It was just a loss. It's not the end of the world." He said, "There's a lot of people who have it worse than we do. So enjoy your time, work hard, and let's get back to work." And so he just had this way of putting things in perspective. And his timing was perfect, not just with the jokes, but with things that he was trying to make us understand. His gifts to us were books. He was really big on being knowledgeable as a player. He would give his players books to read, and he would pick the topics. And he was just so good at communication, and I don't think he got enough credit as to how good of a coach he really was.
Often, coaches are sometimes seen as role models and these big figures in people's lives. And obviously we've all had teachers and coaches that have done that for us, but it sounds like, he was maybe even more than that for you and for a lot of players. Have you seen that in other coaches? I've never heard some of these stories, so it's incredible to me. Have you seen that in other coaches where they've taken on that responsibility to care for their players, not just on the court, but off the court too?
I see that more now in the NBA than I think back then. There was sometimes a division between front office, like meaning coaches and staff and executives and players. Um, but I think that divide is not as separated today. I look at what Coach Will Hardy does, and he is so good at it. Um, and it's not an easy thing to do with all the egos and personalities and the price tags on players. But Coach Frank Layden, I really thought he was the master of it, and it's public knowledge that he and Adrian Dantley didn't have a great relationship, but I think Frank knew how to make it work. He knew how to give more and make it work. And for him, if there was a disagreement or an argument, you talked it out, it was over. And I think that's a lot of what he taught the next head coach that he hired as an assistant in Jerry Sloan. But I came out of NC State with a guy named Jim Valvano who was pretty much the same way. So the segue for me to come from NC State to this level at the NBA with Coach Frank Layden was so easy, and really surprising for me to have a coach who was similar to what I had in college.
For those young fans that are coming into Jazz Nation today, and weren't around for that time period. Uh, what would you say to them in terms of maybe doing, um, for lack of a better term, some homework today, and looking back on maybe some of those days and learning the history of this team that they love so much?
You just said it. They're always on these. Do your homework. Learn who Frank Layden was. If you're truly part of Jazz Nation, even as a youth, you got to know the history here, right? Uh, and it's such good history. I don't mean all good news, but it's good history in the sense that it's a great story, right? And now there's another story emerging that we hope, can get to that point that developed two of the greatest players that ever played the game in Malone and Stockton. I got to be a part of that group, that duo for 9 years. And that is the legacy of the Jazz. And our past is important. We don't want to always live on it and dwell on it, but we got to use it and remember it. And part of the legacy of this organization is a guy named Frank Layden, who, when there were turbulent times, kept it together and let everybody understand that, look, we're going to get there. We're going to put the pieces there. We've got to get a little sacrifice from our players. We got to get the patience of our fans. But Frank he was true to his game. He was trustworthy, and he was a great voice for this organization for many years. And he will be missed. He will be sorely missed.
I don't think anyone else could have said it better. Those were kind of all the questions I had. Is there anything else you want to talk about, cover, anything I didn't ask that you think we should talk about?
Well, I don't think you could ever get Frank Layden without Barbara Layden. And they were a pair. They were a team. Um, I know the history of them coming together. Uh, the great Al McGuire and Dickie McGuire introduced the two of them years ago. Uh, I think it was Al McGuire that asked Frank, Barbara needed a ride home. So he looked at Frank and he said, Frank, I want you to take Barbara home. And the rest is history.
I think I have some homework to do because I didn't know that story. I'll
Yeah.
have to look that one up too. So, no, I absolutely appreciate you talking with us, and I think a lot of people today are going to miss him dearly. I know so many people here at Fox 13 have such fond memories of him as well. So, this is it's a sad day for Jazz Nation, but I think without him, we wouldn't have Jazz Nation, right?
I really believe that. I think Frank, he uh, he holds a lot of responsibility for what we see today as Jazz Nation and what's become one of the greatest fan bases in the NBA.